One of the most popular vehicle headlights today is the tungsten halogen headlamp. It may use two filaments, one for the main beam and one for the low beam, or two separate bulbs. When fitted with two filaments, each is placed near the focus of a highly polished reflector. The high beam is focused to project the maximum amount of light forward and parallel, while the low beam is focused above and slightly to one side of the high beam filament. This creates a light pattern that projects down and towards the curb. The light from the beam is shaped by small glass prism optics, which are molded into the lens. These prisms shift the light horizontally and vertically to achieve the desired pattern for illuminating the road. Because of federal regulations, for many years lenses were round-shaped or rectangular and made out of glass. Today, the majority of lenses are aerodynamic, meaning that they're made out of lightweight polycarbonate, which can be molded into a limitless number of modern designs. They also can house the higher intensity discharge lamps that many newer models use. Headlights are either sealed or semi-sealed. A semi-sealed beam headlight uses a replaceable bulb with a pre-focused collar. The collar is used to both position and focus the bulb in the headlight. Keep in mind that whenever you're installing a replacement bulb, you should never touch the glass with your hand because the oil from your skin can damage the bulb. A sealed beam headlight has a highly polished aluminized glass reflector, which is then fused to the optically designed lens. This forms a completely sealed unit, with the filaments accurately positioned in relation to the reflector. When a filament fails in a sealed beam light, the whole unit needs to be replaced. Headlights can become misaligned for a variety of reasons, including front-end damage and replacing a light incorrectly. Misaligned headlights can be dangerous, and if you don't have a professional headlight adjusting kit in the shop, it can still be done with only a few tools: a Phillips screwdriver, a tape measure, and masking tape. To adjust or aim the lights, park the car on a level surface 25 feet from the wall and measure the vertical and horizontal center lines of each light with a tape measure. Next, transfer these measurements to the wall with the masking tape. This should give you a T pattern that will help you center the light. Make sure the car and the wall have the same center reference line. Next, locate the headlight adjusting screws, which should be inset close to the headlight itself. There should be a vertical screw and a horizontal screw. Once you've found the screws, turn off the lights in the shop and turn on the headlights to the low beam and see how they line up with the vertical and horizontal lines on the wall. Turning the top adjusting screws clockwise should raise the beam, while turning them counterclockwise should lower the beam. You adjust the headlights to the left or right by turning the side adjuster screw. You want to adjust the low beam lights so that they hit 2 to 4 inches below the horizontal center line and 2 to 4 inches to the right of the vertical center line. You don't want the lights to be completely centered either horizontally or vertically. Keep in mind that the area where the light beam hits is not as distinct with older headlights as it is with new ones. If the lights were totally centered, they could blind the oncoming traffic when you drive on the roadways. Keeping the light pointed slightly down from center allows the light beam to keep light on the road. The headlights should now be properly adjusted.